Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the Sabres Reloaded. This is the video on the channel. If you're new here, that discusses topics within our organization. And today's topic, guys, is my 7 potential breakout seasons for the boys this year. Something I wanted to look at, talk about, because I believe, and you guys are going to think I'm nuts. You're going to think I'm nuts, but I think we have a big season coming. Like the 05-06 Sabres, we could just have this big season happen and we're like, oh my goodness, we're not just making the playoffs this year. Like something's really going on. So I'm going to give you guys let's just break it down. So I'm going to give you number 7, okay, guys? Coming in at number 7, I have JJ Peterka, 21 years old. He had 12 goals, 20 assists, 32 points last year. I got him this year, 25 goals, 60 points. Now that, again, guys, are potential breakout seasons. Are these all going to happen? Most likely not, or we're winning the Stanley Cup. If the Sabres have anything close to resembling this with these 7 guys at the end of the year, my goodness, it'd be insane. It'd be like the Oilers all over again of the 80s. So this is what I have happening. JJ Peterka, I think, will come of age to a degree. I think there's a lot of potential there. It could be 20 goals, guys, but I do think 60 points is in the neighborhood of reality, doubling his points. He might get a bit more ice time. Just, I'm taking into consideration Quinn isn't here, or he'd probably be on this list. Just so you know, all the lists I'm doing tonight, Quinn isn't going to be playing many games this year. So Quinn's off the board when it comes to these numbers. So Peterka comes in number 7, 25 goals, 60 points. Number 6, I got Casey Mittelstadt, who last year had 15 goals, 44 assists for 59 points. I got him this year getting 30 goals, potentially 30 goals and 70 points. Like, I'm expecting a big year from Mittelstadt this year all of a sudden, really all of a sudden. He's 24. And some of these guys are going to be a little older, right? He might be 25, he might be 22 by the time it's all said and done. But what they are right now, I'm putting the Rangers. He's 24, 30 goals, 70 points. My goodness, they're all so young. They're all so young, these guys. Mittelstadt, I realized got a lot of top-line minutes, but I think he could feed off that. That's what I'm thinking this year. He could feed off that. It might just be the leverage he needs to move and really move hard going forward in his career. He had a lot of struggles, as we know. He almost looked like a bust, guys, And what we seen last year to close out the season, I don't think any of us want Mittelstadt traded right now. Not even Charlie. I don't think we want to trade this guy right now. There's too much potential the way it's looking. Mittelstadt, number 6. Number 5, Dylan Cousins. I have him getting 40 goals, 90 points. Last year, he had 31 goals, 37 assists for 68 points. I think Dylan Cousins can just explode this year. And all of a sudden, we're going to say, oh my goodness, what do we have here? What do we have here? So Dylan Cousins, 21 years old. If this happens, what a deal of a contract that would be. Imagine that. He gets like 90 points and he's like 22 and we got him locked in long-term for $7 million. I realized last year we overpaid a little at the time, but if you're looking at the long-term picture, the majority of you said, yeah, but Wayne, this is long-term. You're right. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I just hate losing the cap because I want, when it's all said and done, guys, I want to have that room to get that one extra stud on a team that other teams can't get because all their players are greedy on those teams. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking to see happen. So, Dylan Cousins, guys, 40 goals, 90 points. Number 4, I got Owen Power. He's 20 years old. Last year, 4 goals, 31 assists for 35 points. Decent numbers when you consider how slow his numbers started, right, when he wasn't scoring. He had 35 points. I got him this year getting 55 points. It could be 10 goals, 45 assists, 12 goals, 43 assists. I don't know. But Owen Power, guys, I don't think it's a stretch of the imagination that a 55-point season is possible. I think it's possible. And he just seems like a more calmer guy than we realize. He's just calm, you know, and I think his numbers will just get steadily better. So Owen Power, 55 points is a possibility also. All right, number 3, 26 years old, Alex Tuck. 40 goals, 100 points. Like a René Robert career season. 40 goals, 100 points. Last year had 36 goals, 43 assists, career numbers. And I think Alex Tuck this year will I think we're looking at a potential 100-point guy. I really do. I like his leadership, of course, guys. I like his skill set. I like just about everything about Alex Tuck, guys. I wouldn't trade him. I wouldn't trade Jack Eichel 1-for-1 for this guy. And yeah, Eichel's the bigger talent, but I like what this guy brings more to the team than I like what Eichel brought, you know? This guy made a difference. Came into this dressing room positive. You know, not all about him, about team, you know, and this is what we needed. So Vegas can keep Jack in his $10 million cap hit. I could care less. They won a cup. It's one of the most boring Stanley Cups I've seen in my life. To be honest, it wasn't even fun to watch. Now, if they were, too bad Vegas didn't win that in overtime the last game. Would have been way more exciting at least. It was so boring. Anyway, that's just me, I guess. So Alex Tuck, guys, 40 goals, 100 points. Possible, especially under Granato and this system. Number 2 for breakout season, 25 years old, Tage Thompson, guys. Again, I got Thompson getting 55 goals, 55 assists, 110 points. Last year he was 47 for 94. I don't think Thompson's hit his peak yet. I don't even think he will this year, even with those kind of numbers. I think Thompson will hit his peak when he's around 28, 29, 30. I think that's when this guy will be 50 goals year in, year out. I just see Thompson that way. No, that was not a career year last year. You don't have career years at 24 years old. I know Gretzky did, but Gretzky's crazy. So Thompson, I do believe, will hit these similar numbers to this. I have 50 goals, 50 assists, whatever it is. But I got 55, because I think we will be like, wow, you know, this guy. His shot is just too good, folks. That's a 50-goal man that shoots the puck that way. His shot is deadly when he gets it off. And when he wasn't getting it off, it wasn't because they were double teaming him and stuff. He was injured. It's different. You know, when you're playing hockey and you're injured, that 2% of confidence that's gone in you is all the difference. And any of you that have played know I'm right saying that. So, Tage Thompson, big year coming, guys. I just believe it. And the number 1 breakout season, guys, I got Rasmus Dahlin hitting 100 points this year. I don't know in what form. I just put 100 points. He's 22 years old. 15 goals, 58 assists for 73 points last year. Yes, I remember he slowed down after the first 5 games scoring. But I think 30 goals is a possibility with this guy. He's that talented. He's that good. Dahlin is a special talent. And when they picked him as potentially the... did I show you guys that list? Let me just check something here. Oh, yeah, that was the last video. My bad. Look, if we had 4 guys, 3 guys with 100 points, we've only had 2 guys once with 100 points, right? I'll check that. I believe it was twice, but let me just check it. So this is what I'm looking at, guys. I am looking at record-setting seasons, you know, like coming up in our history. Most 100 points seasons for the Buffalo Sabres. I'm pretty sure it was only once, but I just want to check something, guys. You know, my bad. I should have just went alphabetical. 92-93, McGillney, LaFontaine. No, it didn't happen with the French Connection. It was separate years, 74, 75, 75, 76. Okay, my bad. Yeah, my bad. Only happened once in our history, guys. The 92-93 season, the big LaFontaine season, the big McGillney season. That was the only year we had 2 guys with 100 points on the same team. I think this year we can have 3. Literally, I think we can have 3. All right, guys, dragged this enough. Done. See you in the nightcap.